Hey guys, thanks for tuning in. So what I have here is a Star BM pistol, all right? You've seen her before. I had some parts break on her in a full review that I did, but we got that fixed. She seems to be running fairly well now. And what I did recently was I switched out the grips, and I've been testing her with these new grips. These are LOK grips. They're made from G10, which means they won't crack, and they have a much nicer, more aggressive grip to them, and there's also a few different kinds. So let's shoot a little bit more and then let's take her back to the table, show you guys a few different kinds that LOK grips has for the Star BM pistol, and then we'll wrap this video up. So 8-round mags. Let's see how she does on this plate rack. Here I was saying she was running all smooth. Failed to eject. There you go, lock back. Yeah, occasionally some issues, but she seems to be running pretty good overall. So LOK grips for the Star BM come in 3 different varieties or styles, and they also come in dozens of colors, so you can have all different options for colors and styles of the grips. So going kind of left to right here, these are the Ridgebacks. You'll see they're kind of like ridges along the panels there, and this is in their light gray black coloration. The middle here are actually called bogeys. It's kind of like little golf ball indentations all on the sides there. You know, these are pretty nice as well. Really, really grippy. Of the 3 on the table here, these are definitely going to be the most grippy. It's almost like they did a custom stippling job. You can see that there. So these are the actual bogeys, and this is in their brown black. And then this right here is the checkered. So the checkered are the ones you've seen me shoot quite a bit with. And these I kind of went to just because I really enjoy kind of that checkered kind of classic feel to them. And this is in their red and black. All right, so when you want to install these, let's go ahead and put the bogeys on. Let's switch it up a little bit. So you want to do is drop your mag, check to make sure she's empty. All right, get yourself a really good flathead that perfectly fits the screws on the Star BM, all right, so that we have no issues at all. You don't want to strip these out. You want to be careful. All right, take the screws out. You're going to want to Loctite these as well when you put them back in. And you can probably see on those screws there, and even some of the back here. I try to clean this as best I can, but this thing was basically like thrown in the mud and some kind of oil and grime and just left, like sold as is. And a lot of these Star BMs are like that. So there's even like gunk still all over the screws, inside the grip panels. It took a minute to clean. So if you haven't seen my full review on this handgun, I'll put a card up top here, but it's an awesome little handgun, and it's definitely an affordable way to get into like some mil surplus. All right, so original grips are off here. Now you'll see these little bogeys, as well as any of the ones on the table here, are cut very similar, of course, to the actual original plastic grips, except for that hump is a little bit less. You'll see it's kind of curved off just a little bit there. But you'll also see, let's see if I can get a good angle here for you. The LOK grips are just a little bit thinner by a hair, so there's something I need to make sure you guys make a note of. All right, so you line this up. We'll start with the bottom one here. So you're going to want to Loctite this, okay? I'm not going to do it right now, but if you want, you're going to want to Loctite that screw down, because you want to make sure, especially these bottom ones, to not really torque them too down, because on the inside of the mag well, you'll know the screws, actually you'll feel the hole can go straight through. All right, so you got to kind of feel for where it goes. If you really torque these down and one of those screws pokes through, you're not going to get your magazine to go back in, okay? So luckily, these are pretty close to the same thickness as the original, but not quite. And a lot of aftermarket grips obviously are a little bit thinner because they're designed to kind of fill your hand a little bit better that way, and try to use more of a grippy, the G10 here, texture over a wider, thicker grip. I think I'm missing the hole just by a little bit here. There you go. All right, so you want to be very careful with how you torque these down. You don't want to mess up your magazine. You don't want to mess up your handgun in any way. All right, so I'll double check right now that we can get in there. Yeah, there you go. All right. Other side, same thing. Kind of get a feel for where these screws go. You don't want to over tighten them. And the same thing with like 1911s, the Beretta 92 series, those all have the same kind of issues where if you put aftermarket grips on them sometimes, like right there, if I'm too tight, I can feel the screw. So I'm gonna back off just a little bit, right about there, all right? Now that's actually a little bit looser than the other side, so you gotta be careful there. Again, that Loctite will keep it nice and tight in there. But something to note, check for function. There you go. Might be actually a little bit poking through, just a little bit. There you go. There you go. So not only does it change the entire look of the firearm, but it changes how it feels in the hand, how it shoots. I mean, this is definitely a great upgrade to make. I'll drop some links down below if you guys are interested in picking these up. But again, there's a variety of colors, a variety of different kinds of what they're set up with, whether you want the checkered or the bogeys or the ridgebacks. But it really changes how you shoot as well. It makes this old kind of firearm really shine. You can really get some really good shots off very accurately, even with that old style of iron sights there. I mean, there's not much to it. It kind of reminds me, again, this is kind of like a mini 1911, and that's really what it is, even old kind of military sights there. But it's still accurate, still shoots great. I think these grips really do make a difference. If you're shooting her a lot, you'll notice your hand just doesn't slip as much. The original grips that came with are kind of plasticky, kind of smooth that a little bit. They just don't have a really nice tight grip on there. And of course, anything with a better texture will really help out overall. It just depends on what kind of texture you want, what style, what color, those kind of things. Put a couple mags through her. Alright, that's it guys. So if you have any questions at all about these grips or the Star BM pistol, hit them in the comments below. Be sure to check out the full review on this handgun if you're interested. I'll also drop a link down for the grips themselves if you're looking to get any of the grips you saw today. And as always, make sure you subscribe to the channel, like this video, follow us over on Instagram, like us on Facebook for all the latest and greatest deals on the internet, and I'll see you guys in the next review.